Hi, everybody. I'm back with another positive discipline tidbit for the day. Today, I want to talk about the idea of the relationships with our kids when we use discipline and the balance between being kind and being firm. So, we can get too much either way, right? We can get too firm and not enough kindness. We can be overly kind, allowing many things to happen, letting our kids walk all over us without being firm. We could have neither, very little kindness or firmness, which really equates to a form of neglect. Or we can be kind and firm at the same time. And I want to talk about how important that is to kids and how important that is as a point of respect for ourselves when we're kind and firm at the same time. So part of dealing with situations where our children are misbehaving is that we need to remember that we should always connect before we correct. And so I'm going to give you a couple of examples of that. So let's say your child is talking back to you, right? I'm sure your children never talk back to you, but just in case they do, here's one thing. Instead of saying, "Don't talk to me that way, young lady," okay, that's being firm but not so kind, right? So instead of that, we could try this. I wonder what I did to upset you so much. And following that, we can listen or we can walk away. And so, as far as connect before correct, so the connection part, I'm thinking about you. I wonder what I did to upset you, right? And then once things have calmed down, that's when we do the correction. We also need to remember that right in the middle of the storm, where the child is upset, misbehaving, the parent gets upset, the child gets more upset, and it just escalates like that, we need to remember that it's really, really, really important to calm ourselves first before we engage with the child. And I'll do another video where we talk about the brain in the palm of the hand and how we flip our lids. I'll talk about that in a while. So here's another example of connecting before correcting. So instead of saying, "You need to shut your mouth and quit that back talk," make sure you can see it. There it is. So instead of that, which is very firm and very little kindness, there's this. "Do you know that I really care about you?" And it might sound like you're not being firm with your child when you ask, "Do you know that I really care about you?" in the middle of their back talk. But the fact is that you're showing kindness to them and you're showing that kindness to yourself. So instead of engaging in that back and forth, you might notice that question, "Do you know that I really care about you?" Because stops your child in their tracks, right? Like, whoa, I'm confused. What just happened, right? I usually get yelled at. Maybe I'm sent to my room. Maybe something's taken away when I'm talking back. But right now, mom or dad is asking, if I know they care about me, right? And so that in itself can help calm things down. And that's a great way of connecting with your child. So if your child responds in a raged way, then just walk away and let that behavior kind of fall. And no, you're not letting your child get away with it, because what you're doing is respecting yourself. You're walking away. You're taking some time to breathe. And then later you can connect with your child and correct in a way that is respectful to both of you. So that's something I want to just really remember today, is that connect before correct. And that being kind versus being firm and finding a good balance of those. And then we'll talk a lot about that, because that's a lot of what positive discipline is based on. So I hope that helped for today. Just kind of try some of those little things, saying, "Do you know that I care about you?" Or, "I wonder what I did to upset you so much." Just asking those kinds of questions can throw our kids for a loop. And I would love to hear from any of you who try that and let me know what happens. And, either way. And then we can go from there as far as how are we going to deal with, the next steps. So I hope you're having a wonderful day. And I'm glad you're here. And you are doing an awesome job. You're doing an awesome job.